Okay, so this is a topic that I wanted to talk for a while, and I know you're probably thinking, for Nev, you've been like off the radar for ages, you're barely doing anything, and yet you come with this random topic. Yeah, we're doing it. So this was inspired by the recent events of what went down, and it's relative to anime and manga as well, and I'll get into that in a second. But the events of what happened with Joe Budden and the Migos, it's a little hip-hop thing or whatever, but the reason it kind of got brought up is because basically, if you don't know about it, Joe Budden, he's a rapper, the Migos are a rap group. He was interviewing them, and during the interview, people felt Joe Budden was rude because he threw his mic, walked away, and then they were about to get into a fight and whatnot. People say Joe Budden was rude. There's more context to it. Joe Budden really wasn't being rude, but that's a whole other story. But the point being is that afterwards, the Migos fans are bashing Joe Budden, and anybody that says anything good about Joe Budden, they're getting slaughtered, because people are saying, the Migos are so popular, Joe Budden is just hating, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, okay, the Migos, they're popular. Hells yeah, okay? A lot of people talk about the Migos, they love their music and shit like that. But let's not forget one very golden rule that we know it as anime and manga fans, and just alike people that they're awake up here. Popularity does not equate to quality, and personally, I always put quality over the popularity. We know this with anime and manga. We know that, for example, Fairy Tail, one of the most popular series out there. You know, it's a very popular series, not one of the, I don't want to say one of the most, but it's a very, very popular series, close to the level of like what the big three had or whatnot. Very popular. Doesn't mean that it's the greatest in the world, and personally, I don't really care for the Migos music that much. I'm a very, very big Joe Budden fan. I listen to all of his shit, all the Mood Musics, all the No Love Lost, you know, just every Padded Room. I love his music and shit like that. The Migos don't really care for it. I'm not saying, you know, it's straight up garbage or whatever, even though I really don't care for that type of music and whatnot, but I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, because from what I've heard from the Migos, I just don't really care for it. I don't think it's like, you know, that high quality type of shit. Joe Budden, 99% of his catalog is very quality shit. So why is it that people, because the Migos are popping right now, they have hits and whatnot, they're shitting on Joe Budden regarding the music? Because at the end of the day, so because the Migos are popular, that means that they're better than Joe Budden. So because Fairy Tail is popular and, you know, it had a huge success with its anime back in the day and it sold millions upon millions, does that mean Fairy Tail is better than Berserk? You see what I'm saying? Like Dragon Ball Super, you know, Boruto, Naruto, whatever, very, very popular. But that doesn't mean that they're better than Berserk because they're, you know, they're highly regarded and they have really high sales, because at the end of the day, they're just not. Berserk, Vagabond, Monster, all of those, they're not really big sellers, but they're still higher quality than 90% of anything you'll ever read in manga. So you see where I'm getting at? I am so tired of people pulling the popularity card. There are exceptions to the rule. Because One Piece fans, for example, and I've been guilty of this in the past as well, we pull the popularity card, but the difference with One Piece, and there's again exceptions and whatnot, is that One Piece has the quality to back it up. So you can pull the popularity card because you also know One Piece is a quality work. It's really very well written, you know what I'm saying? It's a great fucking story. So there's exceptions to the rule. The difference is, if you compare 90% of like Joe Budden's catalog compared to the Migos, it's really, really high quality shit compared to hits. And, you know, I'm sure they say some shit. I haven't listened to all of the Migos music or whatever. But point being is that the popularity card is very overused and bullshit. You can use it. Yes, there's a time and place to use it. Again, like what I gave an example with One Piece. It's like, One Piece is the #1 selling manga of all time. But it also has quality, so you can use that argument. But in like other mediums, it's very, very rare for something to be a very big selling thing and also be very, very good. Like, you know, for example, with music, I mean, I'm not that in tune with like, you know, pop shit or whatnot, but like Justin Bieber, is he better than the next man that, you know, the Michael Jackson that never made it because he's the most selling whatever? No, we always got to go back and appreciate quality, because that's why quality is so scarce. And, you know, you turn on the radio or, you know, you see the new pop and anime every season, and a good majority of it is like, oh my gosh. But because something catches on, like, you know, the Sword Art Online, which I personally think Sword Art Online has some good stuff to it, but that's neither here nor there. People absolutely hate it. They say it's garbage. But you're always going to get more of that because people aren't appreciating the quality. People want a bandwagon. They want, if, you know, 1,000 people are talking about SAO and 2 people are talking about Berserk, even though the Berserk anime 2017, 2016, garbage, another video for another time. People are going to go on the SAO line. You get what I'm saying? The point being is that we need to appreciate quality. I'm tired and sick to death of people looking at it as popularity is the biggest thing. Popularity at the end of the day is all numbers. Life comes all down, and I've said this in a vlog a long time ago, life comes down to numbers. People want to be a part of the bigger number. People want the bigger check. People want the bigger everything for the most part. Women want the bigger, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about numbers, and that's why people constantly gravitate towards the popularity BS when it's just numbers. Okay, a lot of people know about the Migos more than they know about Joe Budden, and another thing is that a lot of people that pull that card, I really can't stand when people pull the card of like, oh, their shit is trash because you heard 2 songs. It's like, you know, that's like me going to One Piece and saying One Piece is trash and I only read the first fucking chapter. You know what I'm saying? It's like people pump it up as garbage and fuck him, but that's all you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay, it doesn't take that much to form an opinion on something, but you also have to have a broader mind. You can't just immediately, because maybe that first 1 chapter or the first 10 chapters of something might not meet your expectation, but you give it time and it can exceed your expectations. And that's another problem, is that people are quick to call something garbage, quick to slay something and say it's absolutely ass without giving it a chance. People need to be a little bit more open-minded. There's so many different things. And I hate to keep on harping back on One Piece, but I think we can all agree for the most part the beginning of One Piece isn't the greatest in the world. It's not bad. Personally, I enjoy it, but like, you know, compared to Marineford, for example, beginning One Piece is just like, But if you didn't get through that and you didn't give it a try, you would never get to the great shit. You see what I'm saying? That goes all back into everything. People got to stop being closed-minded, got to stop following the herd of popularity, and at the end of the day, quality over popularity 24/7. I mean, let's even go to YouTube. Like my boy James Hansen, for example, he's a reviewer, and you know, he makes anime videos and whatnot. He makes videos damn near as good as me, maybe sometimes even better than me. Just because I have more subscribers, does that mean I'm better and he's a shit guy? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of the herd mentality, and maybe this is just a rant, maybe this is just random, because it's like, hey, you ain't been making videos in a million years, and now you're talking about Joe Budden and Migos. What the fuck are you doing for ForneverWorld? I'm talking about what I want to talk about right now, and I'm really interested in this, and I really would love to see people's discussion aside, because I know there's people that are actually aware of what actually happened. Aside from, okay, maybe Joe Budden was disrespectful, even though there was context prior, during, and afterward of the event and whatnot. So Migos is better than Budden because they're more popular? That's how we're rolling right now? Nah, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's straight bullshit. I love Dragon Ball Super 24/7. That's my shit. I love Dragon Ball as a whole. Always be my shit. It's from my heart, from my childhood. Dragon Ball as a whole, you know what I mean? That don't mean it's better than Berserk. That don't mean it's better than Vagabond. That don't mean it's better than Monster. That don't mean it's better than, you know, 20th Century Boys. You get what I'm saying? We need to stop all that. Really curious what a lot of you guys think about this. I mean, aren't you just sick to death of people playing the same fucking card that is disgusting and old? What do you think about people that, I mean, it's annoying. Bottom line, it's annoying. The people that they judge something because they checked out a chapter. You know what I'm saying? They heard a song. You know what I mean? It's like, why are people doing that? Is it just strictly, maybe I'm missing a piece of the puzzle. Maybe I don't totally get it. Is it strictly because people like to be on the popularity train and people like to be on the in? I mean, me as a person, and this is why I started this shit 7 years ago, making videos and whatnot, I never gave a fuck. You know, just being 100% honest with you. While motherfuckers was out there chasing booty and, you know, doing stupid shit in the streets, I never gave a fuck. I was just like, well, I want to put on this camera and I want to talk about these cartoons I've been watching that I really love. I'm going to go do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, worked out. What's your take on that? I don't know. Maybe I'm jaded from things. Maybe I just see things from a different perspective. How do you feel about things like that? And I mean, taking it to anime and manga, do you think that there's series maybe yourself or that other people around you have blasted and said is garbage without giving it a fair shake? Is maybe that the key to it, that people don't give things a fair shake? Or maybe it's just that even some people, they'll give something a fair shake and still, because they want to be on the hype train, they want to be on the in, they want all their friends to say, yeah, he's down with it, that they'll snub something that doesn't deserve to be snubbed. And people just shouldn't be that way. I don't know, kind of some life shit, kind of some mixed with everything that I talked about. And your overall thoughts of the discussion. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing more of these whenever I'm passionate about something, like I'm really into this right now. maybe I'll do more of these. Had a good time doing this one. That's all I have for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, bam! Have an awesome day.